Hey everyone, welcome to the Inside Scoop. I'm CNET's Kara Suboy, joined by Chief Political Correspondent Declan McCullough. Thanks for joining us, Declan. And today we're discussing the whole idea that the Department of Justice and other government agencies, some may and some may not need warrants to access some of our personal information online. Emails, Facebook posts, photos. Tell us a little bit more about this.
Right, we're talking about stored data, a lot of cloud data, and it's kind of weird that you now have the IRS saying last month, yeah, we're going to require warrants for email, and now they're actually more privacy protective than the FBI and the DOJ, the Justice Department that is, who say, well, warrants, kind of optional depending on the circumstances.
Why are there such inconsistencies between these government agencies, and who does that fall onto to make consistent? The Obama administration?
Right, I mean, the buck has to stop somewhere. It would stop at the White House. And so far, they've been just kind of hands off this issue. This is not something that they're really focused on, and so the individual agencies set their own policies, which is just weird. I mean, in the end, the buck also stops in Congress, and it's within Congress's power to set rules for not just the FBI and DOJ and IRS, but also for state and local law enforcement. And there are bills pending in Congress. Some have already been approved by committees, but they haven't actually made their way to a floor vote yet. And the bills would say that right now, if the police want to search your file cabinet at home, they have to get a search warrant. I mean,
Sure.
This has been the case for hundreds of years, going back to English common law.
And everyone understands that too. You want my document, you need a warrant.
Quite right. And there's lots of good reasons for this. And in fact, the police probably at some level like this because they can demonstrate that they're actually following the rules. It increases trust in them. But the problem is that thanks to this law that was enacted in 1986, back during the days of black and white Macintosh Plus computers and dial-up modems, the search warrant is not required for all email stored in the cloud. So Congress can change this law. The courts are doing their own thing in parallel, but until either the Supreme Court or Congress fixes things, we're left with this sort of legal morass, uncertainty, and different agencies doing their own thing.
That's amazing that a law that's almost 30 years old is kind of dictating modern technology these days. But so it is. What do you think the implications are of the inconsistencies here on tech companies, like Google out there, like Apple, Facebook, the big guys?
Right, and almost all of those large companies, it's Apple and Twitter and Google and so on, and even AT&T, have signed on to a coalition that's asking Congress to change the law. And it's good in a way because they're protecting privacy, but it's also self-serving. They want to say to Americans, that is their customers, you can move to the cloud. It's just as safe as if the files were stored on your laptop at home. And so until that happens, the companies are worried, and until the law is changed one way or another through the courts or through Congress, people are going to be not quite as interested in taking advantage of some of these cloud services, email, documents, photos, a whole lot of stuff.
Final question, I guess back to the consumer. If you have anything to hide, what should you do to protect yourself? Well,
right now the answer is encrypt it, use strong encryption, and store it locally. Don't put it in the cloud. At least if it's stored locally, if someone breaks down your door with a search warrant, you'll know about it.
Thank you so much, Chief Political Correspondent Declan McCullough. I'm Kara Suboy. Thanks for watching The Inside Scoop.